Well, hello there. It's that time again, that time of the week where we do another Essential Stencil live, and I'm coming to you from Australia, but right there in the USA. I know that you're all watching and you love Essential Stencils and transfers. So that's what we'll be working on again today. I love to show you different things you can do with signs and home decor and even furniture. My blog is I Restore Stuff. If you follow me there, or if you don't, you can subscribe to irestorestuff.com, and I'll send you out occasional tips and tricks on painting furniture and home decor and that kind of thing. Alrighty, let me know where you're watching from as you're tuning in here, and if you're watching the replay, welcome. Don't forget to comment the word replay and there's a chance to win a prize. If you are here, let's watch to the end and you will have a chance of winning one of 3 gift cards from Essential Stencil, $20 gift cards that you can spend on Essential Stencils and transfers. So hi Gloria, Melissa's here, Tracy's here, hello. Hi from California, Gloria says. And Jeanette's in Illinois, Michelle's here. We've had some time changes this week. I know in Australia we go to summertime in some of the states, but my state doesn't. So we just stand still the entire year. So they went and changed their time zone about a month ago, I think it is, and then, or at the beginning of last month. Anyway, and then I know that USA has changed in a lot of different time zones over there. So then I myself have to change my live time. So I'm an hour later, which means maybe I could sleep in a bit longer, have a little bit more time to organize myself. But how are you today? We're going to be doing some fun stenciling and transferring today. If I can get time to do both, I will. So one thing I wanted to work on was this cute little sign. It's just a plywood sign that I purchased from a craft store. So you can probably find similar over there in some of your craft stores. And I wanted to use our Merry Snowman transfers. Now I've cut these up. You know our transfers come in great big large sheets. I've cut these up, but these are the 2 transfer designs that you have. And I cut them all up after I've, broken into the packet. I'll cut them all up into smaller sizes. So those ones are now back in stock. I just wanted to let you know that. So there's a few still left there of the Merry Snowman transfers. And we'll see if we can do this one. Snowflakes are Kisses from Heaven. Now, the other one that has just been released, I think it was this week, was it? Or last week? We launched this week, is the layered nativity scene. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous nativity scene. You may have seen Tammy working on this over on her page. She could do that again this week on her live, so tune into that. And I'm going to do this one today with you, and I've got from Essential Stencil a download of some different images than what we've got on the packaging here, but they're going to make those available on the site for you also. So we've got our layers here, 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and that's the order that you put them in. Our images here show you each layer as it's applied to the next layer, adding the different colors in. But I have some images on my computer that will show you, that they will provide for you to show you what the colors they've chosen to add to the next layer. So each layer is separately in their colors individually. I'll show you in a minute when we go to start to work on that. So it's what's the size of this one? Let's see. Doesn't say. Maybe it says on the front. Nope. But I think it's like an 8 by 10, do you think? Or 12 by 8, I don't know. Anyway, it will fit on my canvas, and I did a canvas today for this one, and I painted it a dark midnight blue in Fusion Mineral Paint. And so I did a messy job with all the brush strokes and everything showing, but it's going to be the background. We're doing a nice dark background, like a midnight sky, so it's going to be beautiful. Hello, Jamie, and hi, Chris. How are you today? So don't forget, guys, whatever you are purchasing from Essential Stencil, whether it's brushes, transfers, all of the things, you can use my code iRestoreStuff and save an extra 10% off. That means even when Essential Stencil has something on sale, you can add my code, my ambassador affiliate code on there, and get a further 10% on the sale price. Let's start with our nativity scene today. Okay, hi Dominica, how are you? There's so many wonderful regulars here today. So, someone, did you just say first? I got my first order, Jamie says, and made the turkey today. I love it. That's great. Was that a transfer? Was that the turkey transfer you're talking about? Because they are fantastic. So my canvas is this size, it's square. I don't know what the size is, I forgot to check. But the stencil itself runs longer than the canvas, but I want to say the outline of the stencil plastic goes that far, but the stencil itself fits within the boundaries. Okay, so we've got our layers, and every layer has it etched in here, layer 1, layer 2, making it super easy for you to decide which layer should go down first. So they layer the background color, then another color on top, another color on top. But actually within this first layer, we're going to be doing different colors on different sections. So, you know, we'll do the roof a different color. So let's get started on that. And we do have some little cross marks. Now, I didn't bring, maybe I should get my pencil so that I can mark that. And I'm using a dark background, so hopefully I can still see my marks, my registration marks. And I can see that they just make it on the edge of my canvas. I will have to find out what size canvas this is. I didn't bring my measuring tape. Let me just grab that now. It'll be super quick. And yes, Olive is here. She hasn't started barking yet, but hey. Angela, you got your 40 words. The 40 Christmas words was fantastic. Came back in stock for just a little wee second because they had a few extra, but it's all sold out right now. Brenda, yours is shipped. The brave one when it gets here. Okay, it is 12 inches. My canvas is 12 by 12. And so the stencil itself is 11. I thought it was slightly smaller than our 12 by 16s. 11 by 14. So that's the size of the plastic, but the stencil, like I said, is goes in a little bit, you know, you've got a bit of a gap here. Let's get pointed down, the camera pointed down, so we can work on this together. Let me know in the comments as I refresh my page here and see if I can find our live. I want to see if every now and then I can grab your comments and say hello and answer questions. But if you do have questions while we're stenciling, there are some professional stencilers, let's call you that. You guys have been stenciling with us for years now. So let's just say there are some tried and true stencilers who know what they're talking about in the comments who can help you if you are new to stenciling and you do have questions. I might just get one little line in here. So I'm just marking those registration marks with my lead pencil, and that way when we put our layer 2 on, we can line up those registration marks right here. Now, as I said, I'm going to pull up some photographs that have the different layers where they're, excuse me, take a sip of my juice. They're a lot bigger than the smaller pictures here on the layered packaging. I'll show you real quick. See if we can put this in the shot. There we go. So we've got our first layer here with the different colors on it. I'm doing this upside down, guys, so I'll see if I can grab hold of it. Then our second layer looks like this, so you can see it breaks down the different colors that you might need. And then our third layer is here. We add the blue sky. We add a lighter color for the sheep. And if you notice, I want to touch the screen, but it's not a touch screen one. And then the fourth layer, we add the white and the stars and some other colors that sort of give it shading. It gives it depth, makes it look like a beautiful artistic picture. So most of our colors come on this first layer here, and some of our final colors will be the actual background of our piece. Okay, so that navy blue that I've painted in the dark background will become some of that night sky that you see in the background here. So this, some might feel like it's a little bit more of a challenging stencil to work with, but we're going to give it a go right now and see if we can't make it just a little bit easier for you to do yourself at home. I'm just pasting a little bit of tape there, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I am going to use a fair few brushes today, so if you don't have a couple of brush sets, I'd probably recommend doing that, because there will be different, as you use the different colors, we will be needing different brushes to do that. I think I'll start with some smaller ones. So we've got, let's start with our brown roof here, or hay, or whatever we want to call that. Let's see, what was I going to use on that? Could be anything really, couldn't it? I didn't bring the thing that I was going to bring. Maybe we can use this new colour in tapestry. I was thinking woodwick. I could even, there's some, I did bring some offloading cardboard here in which we could actually create some new colours and blend some things here as well. I'm not sure if that's in the shot properly, but see if we can fit that in a bit further. So this is a colour tapestry by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a furniture paint, literally is what it was created for, but you can use it for art, stenciling, whatever you like. It's an acrylic-based, water-based paint, resin. So I'm just dipping a little bit in all this paint that's in the lid there. And I might want it a little bit darker than that. I'm not sure yet. I could even add a bit of this, a bit of a chestnut mare, this is called. You can add and create new colours out of the one colour. And since it's only a little bit on the roof, I'm going to very carefully try not to get all this, mix the colours up too much. It's probably not a great thing to do. There we go, we've got sort of a slightly different colour to work with. Okay, so now we're going and you could use another piece of cardboard, or even the little instruction book is sometimes good to just tape off things that you don't want in that colour. So, for example, we're just doing the roof section. And also another tip, I am using a canvas. And so sometimes the canvases bow in the middle, so it's a good idea to place a book or something on top of that. Underneath it. But I forgot to get my book today, so I'm just going to be pressing a little bit more, lighter, not too heavy on that. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to keep switching between being able to see your comments. There we go. And I do have a link for the Fusion Mineral Paints if you are wanting those. Oops, I thought I'd have enough to just do all of this. Just enough. And then I have to switch over to see my pictures to see what colours I'm going to be using next. Now this is the back of the sheep here, so I didn't want colour on that. I probably should have placed this here, but it's not too bad. We can deal with that. Okay, so let me have a little look. That's going to look great. Pop my lids back on and let's have a look at what other colours we've got here. I may even just use this, what's it called? Chestnut Mare. It's one of the new Fusion colours, and so is that tapestry actually. This orangey colour, and this is going on Joseph's coat here and his headband. So let's see if I can get that done. And again, I'm just referring to the image that I showed you earlier. If you missed that, you can, let me do his headband first. Oh no, jacket. I'm using the straight chestnut. There she goes. There she goes. She's here, folks. Olive has entered the building. It is our wedding anniversary today, by the way. In Australia, it's the 7th of November, so it's on the 7th. And 32 years this year. Woohoo! We made it. 32. So we'll be celebrating, going away for a couple of days. That will be fun. So there's just a little bit of a coat for Joseph. Then we've got the skin tone that is down here. Probably I should have done that little bit as well in that skin tone. So for that, I thought maybe we could do, let's see, we've got sort of this cathedral taupe colour here. Maybe we'll use that. Now I've used the same brush for a couple of things. Mary has some little areas in here that they have a slightly different colour. See if I can grab those. And where is it? Down under here. What What's the matter, Olive? There's no one there that you need to speak to. You don't need to be barking. Okay, I'm going to pop that in the water now as finished. Let me bring it closer and go on with a different brush for some different colours. So this skin tone colour, I think we'll do Cathedral Taupe. Probably could have gone a little more tan. You can add and take away whatever you like. We've got what is it called? Hazelwood. That's kind of a greyish tone. Whoops, but it does have some brown, a little bit more brown tan. Oh no, that's too grey. Let's just stick with the Cathedral Taupe tan skin. Hey Olive, what you doing? Let's see. Okay, I have to cover it in a couple of places. So we're going to try and cover here. And maybe it would be also easier to do the painter's tape. Because we can cut that into smaller pieces and make it a bit easier to tape over. Has anyone already ordered their layered nativity set? Because it is available right now for ordering. Let's see, is this Mary or is this, no, there's Joe. No, that's Mary. Okay, I did the wrong person's because I'm doing this upside down. Oh my goodness. No, I've done it right. I've done it right. Oh, tricky. Here's another piece that we need to tape off a little bit further. And just going over that again. Any of the skin areas. Oh, congratulations, Vic said you've just had your 29th wedding anniversary. That's awesome. So her hands, because I'm doing this upside down, it's so hard to see where's her hands. I'm going to have to turn it up the right way, folks. Let's see. That's them right there. I've got you. Hands. No, Olive, you don't need to go outside. And I'm being very careful, trying not to go over on the other areas. And down here, I've got her neck. Got Joseph, his hands, I think that's his hand here, and here. And that's all the colour we need for that one. So we'll pop the lid on that. And we'll go on with we've got a grey donkey over here, so let's see if we can make some kind of grey. Oops, I've got a big blob of paint right here. I need to wipe that in, otherwise I'm going to hit it with something and accidentally get it everywhere. Okay, grey donkey. I thought the donkey colour could be this hazelwood from, just looks very, sort of got a brownish tone and grey mixed in together, so I like it. Olive, oh, which is the colour that I spilled on the in here. Okay, so which side? There's the cow. This is the donkey over here. Am I right? I'm glad I've got this beside me on the laptop computer. I just may not be able to see some of your comments. I have to look up. Okay, and we will have some layers on top of that, so the rest of the donkey will come in a sort of a slightly lighter, and so you can sort of tone those all in there like that. Oh, you know what? I've realised there's a bit of Joseph's coat still hanging out, which I should have done in this colour. Now I'll have to grab a different brush. And that was that chestnut mare colour. I'll grab that right now while I see it. Okay. You know what I didn't do? Baby Jesus face. And that's another thing that I did with this paintbrush, wasn't it? There's the faces. Let's see if I can grab that. There we go. Just a tiny little pounce right here. Oh gosh. I'm splashing it everywhere. I should have wiped off a lot more than I did. Oh, it's okay. We'll paint over the top of the other things. Now let's do white for the sheep. We've got sheep here. We've got Jesus swaddling clothes and Mary's lovely, what do you call that? Tunic, veil, something or other. So I'm putting those in a plastic bag this time so that I don't get rid of them. This is something also that may be helpful if you use the new Essential Stencil short bristled synthetic brushes. That could be helpful because they can sometimes be just a little bit more, what am I trying to say? Like honed into the right area, a little easier to focus. Okay, so I'm just pouncing off that. I think you can still see the side of my board here. So with this is the new synthetic bristle brush, a little bit different to the natural bristle ones, so you just have to be careful how you're using them. I'm just going to pounce that really lightly instead of doing a swirly motion on the baby Jesus swaddling, and then on Mary's. So see how when I use this, it's not going into the next layer or the next area, because I'm just pouncing really gently, really close to the area. There we go. Now I'm not going to do 2 coats on any of this today. We'll just see how it goes with the one. I can see that is a part of her headpiece there too. Said it wasn't going to go over, but this white needs a second coat. All right, that. Let's do the white sheep on the ground. So these sheep are also going to have some light layers as well, but I'll start with this kind of white color for these areas, and then we'll go over it with some other. Again, I'm looking off to the side here. That is part of the cow, this is part of the sheep. Okay. Just pouncing lightly. And hopefully it looks like fluffy wool. Now there's another little lamb right here. What a beautiful nativity scene. I love that it's got the midnight sky in the background. I wonder what it would look like with, you know, like a daylight sky or something like that. You might want to try something different with yours. Down here we've got another sheep. This is actually working nicely. Yeah, these brushes are really nice for those, getting right in close to the edges so that they're not going off into the next layer. So I think I like that. That's the white in this piece. Put that aside. I love the fusion colors for this because in some of their tones they've got some, you know, some tones that are similar to others, so they're working well, like 2 different color blues, or for example this iron clay and chestnut. They're different colors but slightly different tones, so with these layers they can shade and do that. So you can use my code I Restore stuff at Fusion Mineral Paint with the link that I've got there in the comments as well. I need kind of a hay color. I think I might go with this plaster, which is an off-white, but it's quite a yellowy, creamy off-white. So since I don't think I need the white again, I might use this same brush again to do the creamy layer. You can see the difference as I put it here close on the board. So you can see the white, and then I've got the cream right here. A little bit different. Oh, sorry, wrong. Pointed to the wrong area. It is so tricky working upside down and trying to show you all. Okay, this cow, we've got, this is a creamy bit right here. That has a lot more space in it so I can fill it out. Sorry, I can't see your comments just now, people. My lovely people. I will jump in there after we have gone live, if I can. Maybe even on my way. I don't even know where we're going for our anniversary. Marty's booked somewhere. I think it's an Airbnb somewhere. Maybe it'll be beside the beach. It is summer weather right here, so that would be fun. Soak up some sun. Or maybe it's in the mountains. I have no idea. I love surprises. I don't mind. So we've got slightly different creamy color there. And then where's Mary? She has a slightly different creamy color. You can make this any color, honestly. You could give her a blue outfit if you wanted to. You didn't have to be this cream. But I'm just going by it's just nice to have a guideline in the images that they provide for us here at Essential Stencil so that we can have at least a basic concept. And then when you do it the second time, once you come to your second lot of stencils, you can try something different. Try some different colors. Okay, now some creamy straw. I think right here, the baby Jesus bed. And again, I'm just pouncing this lightly and gently because we don't want any bleeding under the stencil. This is Mary's outfit again. Nice cream number. Beautiful, Mary. Okay. Have I done everything? We've got more hay down here. We can do that, the same color. This, I just had a look now. Yep, that's part of the cow. So we'll come back and we'll just do that now. So now we've just finished our first layer. 4 layers to this set. How's everyone doing? What is going on in your world this week? I know you all have had a big election day yesterday. That's all over now. We can get ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. There we go, there's our first layer. Now, it won't make sense when we take this layer off. We've just got to keep adding our layers and we'll get our registration marks lined up. So we have done first layer and that's looking good already, isn't it? So you can see the slightly different colors in all of those areas, and then we'll add more and it will make sense. So we'll add, that's layer 1, grabbing layer 2 right now. Layer 2, we've got to make sure it says layer 2 up in the top left hand corner, and then we add our registration marks, which I can just barely see right here and right here. Is that correct? I should be able to see it as it lines up to the rooftop here. So a roof, I should remember what colors I've done on what. Yeah, so our roof, it's lining up here, these bits. I got it now. I understand. I see what they've done. Wow, so all of the little pieces line up right next to each other and create a different scene. So I'm going to go down to step number 2 on my laptop here, where hopefully I can show you, where I can see the different layer colors now for layer 2, okay? So Essential Stencil will provide these images for you because I think it's going to be so much more helpful. Now I don't want to do exactly the same color that I did on there, which I think was, what was it? That tapestry color. I'll need to do some kind of a different color on here. I might make it this hazelwood color, which is kind of that grayish color that I did the donkey with. I think I've got that right here. Oh, I even have more on my board right here. Not sure if you can see that. Going over the roof again. So this is adding layers to the stencil. And you'll be able to see how that all works out. I'll lift up this to show you. So they sit right next to each other, and it just is creating shadowing, shading, like a real artist painting. There's a lot of work that's gone into creating these layered stencils to make each layer make sense with the rest of the stencil. So I'm going to have a little peek at that. So I've just done the roof, and you can see there's two colors right next to each other. So that's why I say, like, some of the fusion colors, they really lend well to this kind of thing because you've got similar colors to each other. Now we are going to do sort of a darker bluish color. My brushes are getting all mixed up. White, stay away from blue. So we've got our sheep. We've done them white here. We want to start adding some blue tones. So Fusion has these two blues, blue pine and paisley, which lend nicely to working with each other. And I know that sheep aren't blue, but when you see the final image, it's almost like the blue light from the sky and the stars is kind of lighting up in their area. And then I've got this gorgeous mist bright blue color, which I'll do for this, which is like, I don't even know what that is. That's shining on the path in the distance or something. We'd have to have a look. Oh yeah, it is. It's like it's shining in the background, or a river or something like that. So we'll see how that works out. May have to mix some colors together for some other parts. I'll grab another brush, and I'm going to do these. And what's this color? Oh, have I done blue pine? That's okay. Yes, I'm doing blue pine for these little bits down here. Sheep. Kind of looks like a grayish blue. So this should hopefully work out nicely. And this, and this. This layer is a little bit more easy, a little bit easier, because we can kind of see where all the layers are going. And then we've got from there down the bottom of this sheep, and this is only the second color of our sheep, so we add an even brighter blue, I think, on the next layer. Now these ones we want sort of that dark reddish color. We've got this hazelwood color with these two right here, which is, what is that? It's so funny, you just feel like you're a little bit moving blindly as we add these different layers. It kind of looks like this hazelwood color should be these two right here. I'm just going to do it and trust the process, guys. Trust the process. Okay, so that's done. We've got our, oops, I've got a big chunky bit of paint coming off there. And then, hello Pam, how are you, Patricia? Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry I can't catch the comments all the time today because I've got a bunch of things, a bunch of layers. I'm concentrating. Can you tell I'm concentrating so hard on what I'm doing today? Okay, our next little bit, let's see if I might be able to use this one for this beautiful mist blue. It's like a bright, oh, I've got, my own hair has come off my head into the paint. A bright blue. Oh, I had way too much on the brush there. And this is for sort of a pathway or a river in the background. Hopefully you'll be able to see the beautiful blue that is. It almost looks white. It's such a light, it's like a periwinkle blue, I would call it. Just adding a little bit more there. And now, so we've got this part here. Now these other little parts that I haven't done yet are sort of like that chestnutty brown color. Can't figure out if they're skin. Partly skin, partly, let's see. What was it? Chestnut mare is lighter than iron clay. We'll use the chestnut mare for this. And I think I used it on this color here, on this brush. hopefully this works out. Hopefully I'm not doing the same colour next to each other. No, a little bit different, slightly different. There we go, we've got some layering happening. So all of that second layer is now done. That one was a little bit quicker. Moving it away. We've still got our little registration marks there. I've done all of that layer. Layer 3. Get it the right way around also. So layer 3 coming down. And you do make sure that each layer is dry, but because we use hardly any paint on the brush, so you can see it's coming together. It's coming together. So all these little gaps, we'll be filling them all in and they'll all make sense in just a minute. So again, lining up my registration mark there, and this one's slightly back this way. Oh, where did it go? I can kind of tell here with the stencil because it's lining up just within the roof. So again, taping that together. Now I move on my computer to my next layer, and you can see we've got our blue sky coming in and some other darker and lighter bits. Okay, so I see. Let's do instead, so because we've got that pastel, that really light blue there, let's go with that paisley color. This is the lighter of the two, like this paisley and then blue pine. These are fusion mineral paints. You can use any acrylic paints you like. Now, because I've got a little blob of that mist, that blue here, I might mix that in with this. Use that same brush even. Mix that in with the paisley and create a new blue. So just going to blob it down here, exactly where this is. It's sort of a light blue grey. And that, now what the trick is to make sure that we've got, I want to scoop it all up into one area so I can wipe it off. Make sure I've got enough on here for all of that sky, because yeah, we don't want to have to remix again because I just used a real estimate. But if you wanted to make sure you've got the right formula, and if you got halfway through and you needed some more paint on your brush, you're going to have to know and write down what the formula was that you used. But, you know, roughly a half and half of this one is what I did. But if you make up enough, and look, this brush, one brush load is actually going a fair way on this here piece. So we've got our sky all filling in now. Just add a little bit more on the brush. You can go all out in the center there. Don't have to offload as much when you're doing a big space here. Got some little bridges there that we need to put there. You can fill them in later if you wanted to. Beautiful sky. Okay, so we've got sky. Then we can come in with maybe just the paisley for some of these sheep bits, because they're a little bit lighter than the blue pine that we did earlier. So just adding this to the sheep. Now I'm just going to make sure I've got the right area. I'm looking at the image, but it's back to front to what I was doing. Okay, so we've got a little sheep right here, his head. And some, you can kind of see their woolly fur. Trying not to get it on the other parts because there's a cow standing right behind it, I believe. Yes, it's a cow. I might need this little piece of cardstock to help me with that in a minute. Now we've got Mary's veil coming down here on the outside, and that's a nice lighter kind of blue color. And I love how this is all making that, it'll all make sense when it's all finished. So there's that, and then I'm going to go down this side, and because I'm looking carefully at the image beside me on the computer. I'm watching to see what colors I've got to put where. So it is very helpful to have this. And then down here, we've got a sheep down the bottom. Now those are legs. This here is that blue color. So you just have to look, what's the blue color, and then do all the things that are that blue color. Wow, that just lasted on that brush a long time. I was able to do that whole area. And then this is baby Jesus swaddling clothes. But remember we did the bright white? You'll be able to see that this blue kind of creates a bit of depth to that whole thing. So that's great. That's done, that's done. Now we have this brown area, which is Joseph's coat, and then donkey things. So let's go on with that. I think we've finished that blue color. I'm glad you're here with me for this journey, folks. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, someone sprinkled out our live, and I appreciate that. We love it when you sprinkle out our lives and show others what we're working on. Let me see, I'm going to use this eucalyptus color. It's got sort of more greenish gray tones in it, but I think I'll use that for part of Mary's outfit here. Now, the other part was a creamy color, so we want it to sort of match in with that a little bit. I will use, let's see, I wonder if I can use, and then Joseph's coat for that one. Maybe I'll use this hazelwood kind of color. And yeah, it creates another shade that we can kind of rub that off. Actually, I'll make this for the cow. I've changed my mind. Okay, this is the cow over here. And this part is going to be this color. Ooh, there's a fair bit on my brush. And that's going right in next to the cow's face. All of these bits. That. Okay, what's this? That's the cow's legs. I can do that bit. I'm making sure I'm really close to that sheep. I want to make sure I'm not getting on that. And then we've got Mary. She's going to be a bit lighter. And then Joseph. Oh, I've got this donkey over here. Now I think the donkey we've got him as started on that brown color. So yeah, we want a different color for the donkey. So let's just go ahead with these tones here. Maybe even mix a little bit of that hazelwood in to the donkey. Feeling more confident as I go along. So it does take a bit of practice. But some of you who are really seasoned at stenciling, love a good challenge. This is it isn't as challenging as you think once you get started. I promise you. Feeling more confident as we go. Okay, there's a little sheep here that needs a lighter color. And so does Mary's coat. So I think we'll use Cathedral Taupe for that. And I may have to get a different brush. No, we can use this little white one here that we used. It was one of the synthetic bristled brushes, and this should go nicely for her little outfit. Cathedral Taupe on this next part here and here and down here. I'm using all of my concentration today, and because I'm looking at my computer for the image to see what colors I'm using, I'm not able to glance over and switch the page. I can see some of your comments up here. Oh, it's a bit late, Cindy. Is that for our live? That's a shame. That's okay. We're still here and we are still stenciling away. We've got a few more minutes, but don't go anywhere, folks, because there's prizes at the end of our lives, and everyone loves a good $20 gift voucher from Essential Stencil, don't they? Okay, let's do the sheep's fur. Add a touch of a little bit of a lighter color. Maybe this, what do we call that? Cream color called Plaster. Oh, that's going great. That one, now what is this? Oh, that's Joseph. Okay, so now we can get to Joseph's coat. And I'm going to do that one in this colour that's similar to chestnut mare, but it's called iron clay, and it's a bit darker. So I'll see what I used the iron clay for that first layer, I believe. Yep. So we'll see how close in tone it is, but it's just slightly different shade, I think you would say. So he's got a little hat up here. Make sure we don't get anything on that. And then we've got this coat. We can pop this here so that we don't get the other things involved. And this is called iron clay. So it's a real terracotta colour. You can use my code I Restore Stuff at my Fusion link that I've got there in the description of the live or in the pinned comment. And don't forget, use my code I Restore Stuff at Essential Stencil for any of these stencils, transfers. We do have, we've just launched this beautiful nativity scene this week. So grab yours at that link that we've got there at Essential Stencil. Use my code I Restore Stuff and you get 10% off. And also, there's one of the transfers is back in stock that I wanted to show you today as well. So I'll see if we've got a little moment that we can do that in a minute. That is layer number 3. We are rolling along, folks. Layer number 4 coming up now. So see how it's all coming together as we add a new layer. Isn't that adorable? At first you might think, can I do this? I don't know. Yes, you can. We've got the star. Woo! That's right, we've got a star to do. Okay, I need to find my registration mark again. I think that's the right position right there. So we'll add our tape back on. Hanging in. Okay, next, so the final layer we've got, I'll show you it on the laptop here. We've got the star, bright star, we've got some blue, we've got some more darker brown. I just might need to see if that's a darker brown than what I've used, and I don't know if I've got a darker brown. I might have to add some black in or something. So let's have a look. The blue that goes here has to be a different blue than what I did on there, so I might make that, I could add some midnight blue into the paisley or something. Oh, Cambridge. Look what I did bring out. This is the color Cambridge. That's almost, it's a dark blue, but it's not quite a midnight blue. That might suit nicely, although it should possibly be a little lighter. So we could try using this brush that I used earlier for the, what is that color? Paisley. This is going to be some of our background in here. That blue goes right down to there. I might just tape up Mary's head here so I don't accidentally get that on there, because you see all the different sections that go right down to here. Okay, so put my book right there. That's what we're going to go to. I'll do this and I'll mix it in with a little bit of that paisley colour, which I've already got on my board. There it is. I had a blob already, so we'll just use that. Olive, it's okay. And now I'm going to just grab a bit of this Cambridge colour without mixing up the paint a lot. You know, you can do it different to what I've done it. And here I go, just mixing up a little bit of this to create a beautiful blue-grey sky. It's almost like the blue pine, actually, isn't it? What is that colour? A little bit like that. I do need to go lighter, so we'll go with that. So here we go on all of these areas. Olive, quiet. Olive, quiet. Shh. Oh, that's our wise men in the background. So we will see a shadow of them. So like, I think Essential Stencil mentioned this when we were launching the stencil, that some of the areas that you think, oh, I'm not actually stenciling that in, it's actually the background of the piece. What's this? That's a different colour. Got to be careful not to get that. Olive, come here. Come on. And I'm going down there, watching out for Mary's head there. And I'm doing this part here. Ooh. I feel like I'm missing out when I can't see your comments. I'm so sorry, you all. Olive, what is going on? Okay, so there we go. Have a little peek. That all makes sense now. And look at the shadows of the wise men. I don't know if you can see that yet, but I'll hold it up close. That is very clever. Such a lot of work going into this. Okay, now we've got the darker brown parts here. So we'll get that. I can't wait to do the star. In fact, I'm just going to do that now. We need our casement white. And that looks like I've got something on this brush, but there we go. It's sort of a cream colour, that's all right. Oh, and all the beautiful stars in it, in the background as well. So I'm just going to tap this nicely. Remember, this is the new synthetic brushes. They come in about, oh, I can't remember, is it a 4-pack or a 5-pack? My helpful friends will let me know there. Oh, and gosh, I'm not sure. Is this even in stock right now? I can't remember where brushes are up to. They're so popular, you know, that you just might as well keep your finger on the pulse with the brushes. And do let them know if they're out of stock. There should be a little button there on the website that you can say, please let me know when these are back in stock. They're a beautiful synthetic brush. Okay, hopefully I didn't get any bleed under because I felt like there was a lot on the brush just there. But that's the white done. Olive, come on. Okay, now there's a rusty colour. Ooh, do I have a rusty colour? Yes, we can use that, again, that iron clay, I think, will go nicely down there where all those rocks and things are. And I've got a little bit of that here on this brush. Olive, she's so noisy. I'm so sorry for everybody's dogs who go off when Olive has a little bit of a moment. Oh, what is this? Let me see. Yes, that's that colour too. Oh yeah. Oh, that's Mary's. Okay, so we can lift this off and we might have to tape the other bit on this side so that we don't get the paint here. And this is part of her head or her skin or something up there. So we're going to get this. And then there, you can see a little nose, little lips. So that's what this will become a part of. Hopefully I've got the right colour. It's just a bit of playing around with what colours you'd like to use. And then baby Jesus, his little lips are this colour. And then we've got a whole bunch of just hay, a little bit more rocks, cobblestones maybe down the bottom there. I feel like I'm doing a Bob Ross painting or something. There's no such thing as mistakes. What do we call them? Happy little accidents or something. Okay, coming around the bottom here, filling in all of this clay, cobblestones, whatever we want to call it. The colour is iron clay. It actually looks like the leather, like we've got a leather couch in our lounge room that's this kind of colour. Camel colour? I don't know what you would call that. No, camel's a little bit more tan, isn't it? Okay, and oh, the big reveal is coming up, guys. Don't go anywhere. Big reveal coming up. And then we'll see if we've got enough time, maybe even 5 minutes for our snowman transfer. A little bit of this hazelwoody kind of colour. Maybe I'll go with a bit more of that tapestry mixed in. It is, what is this animal? Is the donkey? Yes, it is. So it needs a little bit more of, I think it needs a darker colour. So going in with the hazelwood and tapestry, or is that not going to work? Let me see. I just have to see if this donkey, I already did this colour somewhere on it. I'm not sure. I might have to add black into it actually to make it a bit darker. So if you've got a tone, oh, hang on, maybe this blue. Dark enough. Some of you will be going, what colours is she mixing? That is just weird. I don't know. Well, we could mix and just see how it turns out. We'll find out. Kind of darker. This, yeah. Donkey finished. And now let's do this cow. Probably needs a similar kind of tone. Maybe we can add some of this iron clay into this chestnut colour. Trying not to get that colour into there, but just want to make it a different colour than the tones that's been there before, so that's all we're doing. I'm just offloading a bit as I go, so you can see I'm splotching around. Then we'll wriggle, pounce, whatever it takes to just make that nice and smooth. Easy. Olive, what are you barking at? There's nothing outside. Sorry for everybody's dogs who are going off. Okay. She was so quiet to begin with. I thought we were having a good day. All right, I've got so many paint jars out here because this is one of those ones that takes a lot of different colours and layers, which is fun. Okay, so here we go. The big reveal coming up. Let me just whip my thing around so I can see. Yes, the brushes are great. Okay, ta-da! There's our fourth and final layer, and now look at how all of those little moments come together. So see the wise men and the shadows of them? Isn't that brilliant how that just all comes together in the end? Because that shadow is actually this original midnight blue color that we laid down as a background for the whole entire piece. So you can see how you can just choose your own colors, make it your own, but that is just such a beautiful little nativity. If you don't have an actual, you know, ceramic or whatever nativity set, wouldn't it just be beautiful, even on a piece of wood? This is on a canvas, but you could do that on a piece of wood, stand it up on your shelf as a shelf sitter, or use it as a sign in your entryway or something like that. I think that would be just absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm going to do a really super quick one. Are you ready to hang out with me for just a few minutes longer? There's my code. I want to use our snowman stencils, but I'm going to use the snowflakes in them because I love this little stencil here. And we'll just pick one of the colors that we've got. I actually used the color Mist, which, can you tell that's a blue? It kind of looks like a fluorescent white that's, you know, the blue white, but it's a blue. And then I'm using this stencil that says snowflakes are kisses from heaven. Isn't that just pretty? And I know this is a flower shape, but hey, it can be just, let's pretend it's a snowflake for today. So we're just going to place it in the center of my painted flower that I've just painted, put a little bit of tape on it. What I want to do is just tape really quickly those snowflakes, because in our Merry Snowmen pack of transfers, we have all these adorable snowflakes that I can use. These are my pictures that were on the back that we can see. So we've got these, so let's grab, oh my goodness, where's my scissors? Where's my scissors when I need them? I've got the kitchen scissors, they'll do for now. So we've got our beautiful snowflakes here, so I'm just going to quickly cut some of those out and we will work out which ones might go nicely. Hello, can you see Olive down here beside me? Can you see her? I don't know if you could see that. She's so funny. I see you, sweetheart. Okay, we'll put our snowflakes aside here. Aren't they gorgeous? Gorgeous transfers. So, oh, here's some nice big ones. We might need some of these. So we'll just have a look and see what size some of these are on the actual stencil itself that we need to cut away from. Oh, there's another really big one. There's so many snowflakes. Olive, quiet. So using my tape, just going to quickly tape off some of these snowflakes. So we just have to tape where they are away from the words. Hey, oh, you sound really grumpy. Olive, quiet, quiet. That one needs another. And then we've got one up here, one down here. You guys are so good. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yes, the nativity scene is brand new, so it's just released. So there it is here. Let's see if we can move it up a bit so you can see it a little bit at the same time as we try and stencil this one. Olive, quiet. Let me see if I can shush her. Quiet. Quiet. And we're going to use any of these colours that I feel like we've done just now. Maybe this blue pine colour will be just nice, because I've already used that brush for the nativity scene. So why you start another brush when you can just pick a colour that's already being used? Okay, grabbing my board again to offload the brush. It's actually a different colour blue. I mean, we've got this bright, cool blue. Hopefully they match. So I'm just going to spread this around. I feel like this is quite thick, the paint itself. Let's see if I've got another bit down here that's a bit more watery. Sometimes if the paint is really, really thick, because it's dried out in the bottle or wherever, it can be a little bit scratchy on the surface. So we want a nice, there we go. So we've got a nice fluid paint, not thick and lumpy. I shouldn't have grabbed it from the lid. My mistake. So grab that. Oh, thank you, Sandy. He said, I'm seeing your, oh, Gloria, teary-eyed over the nativity. Oh, yes, it's just beautiful, isn't it? The actual true Christmas story, the reason we celebrate. It's very beautiful. And really, I love the way that it all just came together. And it's almost like you're in this little mystery. What layers am I painting now? But going by, you know, and going by the colors that were given in the package, you can kind of get an idea of what to do. But who's ordered their nativity already? So I think that those are ready to ship. I'm not sure that it's a pre-order. Pretty sure they're ready to ship. I know I've seen a few orders coming through already, which is amazing. Snowflakes are kisses from heaven. I just think it's amazing how God made the snowflakes, how that each one, you know, is created. This is just pictures or imagery, but you know, like each one under a microscope has a different shape. Crazy. Like our fingerprints, everybody is different. Oh, thank you, everyone. Yeah, I hope you love doing the manger scene too. It's 4 different layers, and each layer builds upon the next layer to create just a beautiful scene. Olive, what's your problem? I've got the air conditioner on today, so I'm wondering if she can hear the high-pitched noise of the air conditioner motor whirring in the background. Okay, Olive, we're nearly finished. We're nearly finished. Just going to add some snowflakes. Okay, so that's my the stencil, and the stencil is called Snowflakes Are Kisses from Heaven. Now I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to go by where those snowflakes are. So I'm going to have to move my, remove these little things here, because I want to have a look. What did Essential Stencil have on there for their snowflakes in those different spots? See, there's little tiny ones, there's bigger ones. Olive, settle. There's no postman. Okay, so having a look here, we've got, some of these are smaller. So let's have a look. This one's a little one. But you can put them wherever you like. We've got a slightly larger one. Here's one. Olive, settle. Pop that here. And because, you know, I don't have to stick to the stencil size, I can come right out here and add, you know, larger ones. So let's do that. We could add, I don't want to put everything like really symmetrical. I kind of like to have, we'll balance them out, shall we? Now I've noticed there's some silver ones, some, and see if I did put one here, it would probably be a little bit too close to the edge. So we could add that one down here. So yeah, we don't have to stick to the imagery. We can just change them up. I do feel like we need just the perfect size in there though. So that one might either go one of these. But we've got blue ones and silver ones. I'm going to mix and match them today. What are you doing? Olive. Okay. Should we do, oh no, maybe this one. I think this one's perfect right now. All right, so just quickly removing our stencil, our background. I could just do it with my fingernail, it's so small. No, I don't want to scratch the paint, so I'm just making sure I'm using the corner of my tool just to rub that. I think what's happening is Marty's home. Marty's just arrived home and she can hear him. It's okay, it's Dad. It's Dad. Quiet. And we've got one up here. Oh, quiet. Settle. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Since I've got my new phone, I haven't been able to get a microphone that just sort of brings things closer to my, you know, my mouth, and you can pick up my voice rather than the dog in the background. Oh, it's bugging your husband. Oh, I'm so sorry, husband of Amanda. I hope you can give her all the treats and everything. She's just not interested today. I think he'll hurry up and come inside and then she'll be done. There's a nice space out here. Let's pop this one here. Olive, come on, come here, come. Good girl, come here. See, I'm sounding excited like I've got something for her and I don't. Come on, what is it? She's sort of grown out of that puppy stage where if I threw something on the floor, she'd be excited and interested in it. Oh, here's Dad. All right, I'm still on my live, babe, but you know, thank you for helping the dog to be quiet. Here he comes. Okay. How are we going? We've got this one, we can pop this one here. So I see how I haven't really added any that, they're not in exactly the same spot as the stencil had on there, but you can just make them go however you like. Maybe that's the dog making sounds like she's so happy her owner has returned. How cute. Anyone got this stencil? She does want to help. Not being very helpful, Olive. Where else do I need them? We need a little one down here maybe. So pretty. I love that the blues are all toning together because this is actually a blue. The words that I did is that blue pine from Fusion. These have been so quick to add. Maybe a little something up here. I could just keep going, couldn't I? But we will call it quits for today, I think, folks. We've been together for an hour now working on that manger scene and all the rest of it. We got there. I hope you're enjoying it. You enjoy that too. And we will be picking some winners any second now from Essential Stencil. Let me hold this up. We'll move up a bit and I can see where we're at. Okay. here's what we did today, and we are looking forward to seeing our winners. So was this stencil a part of a bundle or separate? This one, Pat, are you talking about the manger scene, the nativity scene? Just launched today. The links are right there in my description of the live. Just hit that link. It'll take you to all the Christmas items, and the nativity scene's right there at the top. Right there, first one you'll see on Essential Stencil site. So don't forget to use my code IRestoreStuff to get you 10% off, and you will save with that. And there's also the Snowflakes, our Kisses from Heaven stencil, and the cute little snowman transfers are back in stock. I think I saw that there's like about 30 of those sheets of transfers left. So they come with a set of 2 sheets. So you can grab those there, use my code IRestoreStuff. And thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just seeing if we can see our prize winners. And thank you so much for all your comments. I will go back and have a little look at those later. It is gorgeous, isn't it? And I'm just calling this a snowflake, not a flower. That's what I'm thinking it is. You could even change out the string at the top and add some beautiful ribbon, or add a bow to the top, a bit of silver sparkles, something like that. Let me know if you see the winners. Thank you, Sandy. So don't worry about Olive, we've all been there. Thank you, Brenda, for the happy anniversary wishes. We're about to head away on a getaway. Can't wait to know where I'm going. Have no idea. Marty's blowing me kisses from across the room. There's our nativity scene. You see it again. Isn't it? I'm really happy with how that turned out. I haven't even looked at it straight on. Wow. And so you know the bridges of the stencils, how they needed some bridges. Otherwise, these palm trees would be swaying in the breezes, swaying with your brushes, actually. But see the little tiny thin lines? You can actually just go over them with this pale color blue that you used, and to just fill those in. So that's all you have to do with that. Someone is saying congrats to the winners, so I'm going to see if I can see them. Maybe I missed that, but I'm not seeing it there. But if they are there, let me know. Thank you, Dominica. We'll have a wonderful time away. Yes, Mary, you can just do the website. The link is right there though in the pinned comment and in the description of our live. And you can just use my code IRestoreStuff to get your 10% off in the checkout. Hey Tammy, how are you? Hats off to you, girl, for doing this one. It was a challenging piece, but I think we got there in the end, didn't we, guys? It just all made sense when you just add all those layers. It makes me feel like I've just painted a picture, you guys. So I hope you enjoy yours as well. I can't see our winners, but I believe and trust that Essential Stencil has picked them because somebody's saying they saw the winners there. I'm just going to see if I can scroll back and see. Nope, still can't see the winners. Let me know if you can see them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, it was actually quite fun in the end. Just choose a whole bunch of colors and choose those similar colors together and see how they all kind of blend in. And they do have their little eyes and noses, which are part of the background. You don't see the winners yet? Okay. We'll wait a couple more seconds, but if you've been joining in the conversation, you have a good chance of winning a $20 gift voucher here from Essential Stencil. Thank you, Sandy. If you follow me on Instagram, you may see some pictures. I might post some of wherever we're going on our anniversary trip. I'll let you know. It's summer here. Maybe we're going to the beach. Maybe we're going to the mountains. I'm looking over at you, Marty Hankins. Any clues yet?
No clues.
No clues. Okay, no clues. We'll just drive away. I'll pack my swimming suit just in case.
Ski boots.
And my ski boots. We are not going skiing. There's no snow in Australia right now at all. All right, guys. I believe that Essential Stencil will pick some winners in a minute, and you will be tagged, and you'll just have to email them, let them know that you were a winner on Sharon Hankins Live tonight. But congratulations, whoever those people will be. Don't worry, they will pick them, and you will see them. So I'll see you next week for another live. Bye.